Next, let's travel to Nevada to meet our next candidate, Aaron Ford. He's running for his next term as Attorney General of Nevada, a spot that could not be more important in this deeply purple state. During his last term, Aaron won over $300 million in lawsuits against opioid manufacturers, pushed for common sense gun safety laws, and he safeguarded access to abortion in Nevada, especially since his opponent has promised to punish women seeking abortions. So now, please welcome a fighter for all rights of all Nevadans, Attorney General Aaron Ford.
Well, hi, everybody. It's great to see you. I'm sorry, I'm in my car and I can't see everybody at the same time, but I'm so delighted to be on the screen with you all and quite a few participants on here, which is great because we need the enthusiasm that's demonstrated here on this Zoom. This is going to be a tough election, right? I mean, you hear every single cycle. This is the most important election of our lifetime, and every single time it is, right? The truth is because this is not each of these is not a war, it's a battle and a perpetual war. We are continually having to fight for our rights, defending our constitutional rights, defending things that are important to us and ensuring that people don't take us backwards. It's interesting, right? Because I hear a lot of folks on the other side always complaining about people being woke. Well, I tell you, I'd rather be woke than whack because there's a lot of whack stuff coming out of the other side. They're part of the wrong right, to tell the truth, right? And at the end of the day, people talk about how bad it is to be progressive. Well, think about this. The opposite of progressive is regressive. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to regress and take us back to times and ages where we had less rights than we do right now. Proof positive of that fact is one that's, I'm sure, on everybody's mind right now, and that's reproductive freedoms, the right to have an abortion, right? This is a constitutional right that has been recognized for almost 50 years, and they have taken us back. There was a day and time in which young children woke up with less rights than their parents had in one day. And at the end of the day, we have to recognize the importance of all of us continuing to fight in this perpetual war, every cycle being a battle, not one that we can get complacent in because we've won or one that we have been able to stave off some of the attacks, but one that is as I said, a perpetual battle in the perpetual war. And we just have to keep up working toward that. Now, what have we done in my office to continue to support these rights that are so important? One of the biggest things that we did that most folks probably remember, not probably, I'm sure you do remember, is that we defended the actual existence of our democratic republic. Now, what am I talking about? I remember taking that oath of office where I swore to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Nevada. Now, I didn't know that they literally meant that I would literally have to defend the existence of our democratic republic. And 2 years ago, people did exactly the opposite of what they should have been doing. They were attacking the integrity of our electoral system, and they were attempting to undermine one of the most sacrosanct rights that we have, the right to vote. A right that undergirds every other right that's out there. That's why they attack it so much. That's why they use as many opportunities to disenfranchise folks as possible, because they know that if they can shut you up at the ballot box, then they can do what they want to do relative to abortion. They can do what they want to do relative to gun violence. They can do or do nothing in that particular regard. They can do what they want to do relative to environmental protections or nothing, right? And we have seen that coming time and time and time again. So listen, I am Aaron Ford. I am woke, not whack. I'm a progressive, not regressive. And I'm absolutely looking for the opportunity to return to the best job I've ever had. I've had some good jobs too. I used to be a teacher. I used to be the state Senate majority leader, but this by far is the best job I've ever had. Truth be told, it's also the most stressful job I've ever had, but one that a job that I love and one that I'm trying to keep, but not a job that we can keep without the help of people like you. We need people like you who are our soldiers on the ground in these battles that are a part of the perpetual war, knocking on those doors, making those phone calls, helping us to raise money so that we can get the message out. This message where I'm talking to 156 members of the same choir, well, we got to be able to spread this word to the larger choir, to the entirety of our state, so that they understand what's at stake. And I'll say this as I end. One of the most important parts of this job, in my estimation, is to have someone in this job who appreciates and respects the humanity and dignity of everyone, every Nevadan. Listen, you go down to Texas, you can't give gender affirming care to your children. right? You go to Florida, you can't say gay. And at the end of the day, those are examples of people who are attacking the humanity and dignity of our fellow citizens and our fellow residents. The person running against me on the Republican side, she clearly doesn't respect my humanity and my dignity. How do I know it? Because I hate to use this phraseology, and I don't know if we have any children on the Zoom, but I'm going to quote what she has said. She wants to see me hanging from a fucking crane. That's what she has said. She doesn't respect my humanity or my dignity. And I can guarantee you that if she were to hold this seat that I hold currently, she will likewise disregard your humanity and dignity. And that's, again, one of the most important components of this job. So listen, again, I cannot win this race without you. We barely won last time. We won by 0.47 percentage points, 4,533 votes out of about 1 million cast. And that was a blue wave year. This is not a blue wave year. This is going to be a tough battle, one that we can win, but again, only with your support. So I thank you for the opportunity to speak to you, and I want to thank you again for all the work, all the hard work that you're doing to win this battle as part of this perpetual war. So thanks so much, and I will turn the mic back to you.
Thank you so much. That's Erin Ford. Again, we need that exact passion. That's exactly what we want to see. Now we'll hear from a true Field Team 6 volunteer superstar, a young woman with a nonstop parade of incredible ideas, Eliana Sirota.
My name is Eliana Sirota, and I live in New York City. I'll be moving to Northampton, Massachusetts for college in the fall, though. I am leaning towards classics and government.
The greatest responsibility rests with we, the people.
They're both things that I'm super interested in. For Field Team 6, I run the Instagram account. I wanted to work with Field Team 6 because I think getting people out there to vote is really, really important.
If you want change, you got to make the change. You can't just sit at home.
I had no previous experience with Instagram or like running a social media account. I just kind of was thrown into it. Whee! But it seems to be working out well. Yeah. So I make memes, I make posts, try to engage people with voting and registering other people to vote. I use some of the assets Field Team 6 already created, and sometimes I create my own. It seems like memes are usually the way to get people's attention, kind of draw them in with something funny, and then start talking about how important it is to vote. We are in this situation where Roe v. Wade was overturned because people didn't vote. Like, that is the direct cause. So people just have to vote. They really just have to vote. One thing that I really like is to give a shout out kind of to a specific volunteer, because I think it's really important to give voice to all the hard work that people are doing. A lot of the time it feels like it can kind of get drowned out by all the terrible news. Significant follower growth has been created since I started working on it, so I'm kind of proud of that. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been enjoying it a lot.
Thank you for bringing so much creativity and fun to this, Eliana.